Can you go ahead and let us know, because I don't want to feel like that I'm in women's business when we talking about this.
Yeah, and you are.
I don't I don't want to feel like I'm in women's business. So how did we get to this space?
We got to this space because Queen Nicki was, on her hiatus. She was very silent, doing whatever she does, queen things. And, we saw Cardi do her promo. She partnered with DoorDash. She partnered with Walmart. She was on the subway, barefoot and pregnant. She was on the streets selling an album, next to the incense. I mean, she did her dues. Now, she said she was going to outsell. Now, when she said outsell, we know what the frick she meant when she said outsell. She was talking about PF2, okay? So she said she was going to outsell Pink Friday 2, tracking, whatever they did, the stats came out. She fell short, of course. I think it was, they said 200, but really it was 199.6. And PF2 did 228. So yeah, you didn't outsell. So Nicki came out of her hiatus to throw her little jabs. Like, you're still my son. Yeah, still not that girl. I guess Cardi didn't want to hear that.
See, this is where we get to a weird place, right? Because I also seen that Cardi's album is now double platinum. So when we talk about outsell, what are we actually talking about?
Sales.
Okay, so does double platinum count?
What does double platinum mean? What does
double
that mean
platinum means
sales-wise?
2 million albums sold overall.
Where? Who reported that?
Let me find it. I'll be on the timeline. But yeah. she's double platinum now. That's what it says for
the album. The album still did not get it pure sales. Nicki's album still beat her. Still.
Yeah, and so I would like to assume, because I heard that space in where she said that she was still going to outsell, right? I think when it comes to these two women, everybody's timeline is fucked up and everybody has their own biases. I don't really give a fuck where's the music at. I do slightly think that Cardi B's music, men can be able to play more than Nicki. And her music, it's kind of hard to ride around the hood playing super bass. But, I would think, like, I'm just like in the middle for these situations. When I heard that space of Nicki talking, not Nicki talking, but Cardi talking, it sounded like she was defending herself. It sounded like she heard a few things about how she took 7-8 years off and how she probably isn't the same artist that she used to be, and her music isn't going to do well, and she's scared and all this other shit, and this is why and so it was like, I'm still going to outsell.
The streets was outsell what?
Anybody and everybody.
And then you didn't. And then you didn't. That didn't happen. So you outsold your peers, for your rank. Yeah, you outsold Megan. You outsold JT. You outsold Ice. You outsold them. You didn't outsell Nicki though. And we know that that's really what you wanted to do.
Yeah, but once again, like I said, I think hip hop is a competitive thing.
Right. So it is competitive. So why is Nicki not allowed to say, yes, I'm still that bitch and you can't rap? Like, why is she not allowed to say that?
Because in competition, like, I'm pretty sure that Kobe wanted to beat LeBron and LeBron wanted to beat Kobe every time they played against each other. But it didn't turn into, I'ma fuck your bitch. It didn't turn into,
it got
you a bitch
personal.
ass nigga. It never turned into that. And so with women, it always turns into that.
If I remember correctly, didn't it start with Cardi lying on Nicki and saying that Nicki talked about her kid, and then Nicki was like, no bitch, I didn't, and she proved that she never talked about her kid?
I have no idea. I'm just talking about this situation. Because I think
this is all stemming from 2018.
Yeah, I think that all of this beef is kind of ridiculous. I think that there is an atmosphere in women's hip hop and where there is a scarcity mindset that only one woman should be able to have the national global fame. And I think that that is flawed. And I think that that's why we don't see as much quality in the music that we possibly could see because of the gatekeeping of that. And then a lot of people don't want to deal with the headache. A lot of women, I would assume, don't want to deal with the headache of trying to grow in the ranks of hip hop because now you have to deal with this shit on the timeline that we seen last night. And where you can't just exist with your art. You can't just exist with your music. It has to turn into, you know, are you better than Nicki? So what if I'm better than Nicki? And I think a lot of people, like I continue to make the comparison of, you know, Big X Plug can just exist in his bubble of making music and not be compared to Jay-Z and not be compared to Lil Wayne.
Nobody ever compared JT to Nicki. Nobody, like, all of these other female
Because
rappers that we have, that there was not a concerted effort and seemed like there was industry backing to put you against me very specifically.
No, there's industry backing because I have signed an artist and I want to get my money back. And so I'm going to do whatever's necessary to get this artist hot.
Yeah, and so if that means use me as your selling point, which is what you did in 2018, I'm going to call it out. I feel like the problem here is that if Nicki just shut up and never said anything, everything would be okay. But everyone's ignoring all the messy shit that the other girlies are doing on the back end.
But
like,
but that's the thing. It's weird to explain it. Nobody's using you. Like,
that's not true.
When you look at Drake's first album, So Far Gone, right? And you look at the features that was on his album compared to the place that he was in as far as his career early on, 2008, 2009, where he had T.I., he had Swiss Beats, he had Jay-Z, he had Alicia Keys, he had Jeezy. Who else did he have on the album? He had every fucking body on the album. He had Wayne, he had Nicki, I think, was on those two albums. I mean, on that album. And where that is a record label investing into their artists and trying to put their artists in the best possible position to win. Right? I don't think that because he's never made a song with T.I. again, when T.I. was hot as fish grease back then, he didn't use T.I. He didn't use Jeezy because he never made another Jeezy song.
What does that got to do with Cardi and Nicki, though?
When Cardi comes into the game and is making music, one, her label is going to do anything possible to get her hot because they're investing in this woman and they want return on investment. So if I am putting you in rooms with these different artists like a Nicki or other women, that's not using Nicki or putting you up against her, right? And it's the same thing for Meg. That's not using you or putting you up against her. That is, I want return on my investment, and we should be able to put these women in the same room and get money together. I think it turns into this weird territorial thing in the scarcity mindset of there can only be one. The reason why Nicki ain't never beef with JT and City Girls because they would never be on her level. But any woman that was threatening to grow and ascend on that level in any type of way, that's where the beef came. So that's where you see the Meg beef. That's where you see the Cardi beef. That's where you see a lot of the Lotto shit. When Lotto was hot, now all of a sudden she beefing with Lotto and going back and forth on the timeline.
And you're saying, right, but you're saying that as if to say Nicki started all these beefs. No, she didn't. Lotto was being a messy, but Nicki didn't say shit about her. Lotto decided to get mad, get offended. Nicki even tried to have a phone call with the girl, tried to clear things up, and what? It's like.
Yeah, I think revisionist history, because that's what's going to go on with this situation that happened last night too. It's going to be a level of revisionist history and where people get the timeline fucked up. And Nicki does that intentionally because she deleted all her tweets. So she probably
didn't want that cluttering up her timeline. Like she didn't want that on her thing no more.
No, she wants to manipulate people. And so 2, 3, 4 years from now, we're only going to see what Cardi B said.
We are going to remember what Nicki said,
and we're
for
not
sure.
going to remember in detail what Nicki said because she deleted it. And so they're going to be like, remember in 2025?
They got we got the screenshots. Everybody got the screenshots. This will live on. The personal digs, they got nasty. They got absolutely nasty. But I think that it's such a long seated and nasty beef. They were nasty in 2018. They chilled out. There was nothing, clearly, there was no reason, obviously, for them to beef because Cardi wasn't doing anything. So she didn't need Nicki. Nicki was quiet for the whole rollout, the whole week that the album was out. She waited until the day that the sales were reported, and then she said what she had to say because, yes, bitch, you were expecting to outsell me.
Nicki wasn't quiet though. She put her album date out. That is passive aggressive.
That's not okay.
That's passive aggressive.
We can both bring up passive aggressive things that like both ladies have done throughout the time. Like that's not fair because Cardi throws low blows too and subliminals.
I think if we're gonna keep it like I just find it odd, right? Being somebody that is in the middle and the inability to call out both sides, right? I think that every time we have these types of conversations, we only can call out one side.
People are going to have their biases. I feel like for the Nicki fans, it's like, okay, there's a personal beef going on, right? But the personal beef is like under the umbrella of the rap beef. So in the rap beef, my bitch is still the winner because you cannot rap. Like what Pre said, you need to go join Jocelyn Hernandez and you need to go to 6ix9ine route and you need to start making Latin music for your community. And it's just like get with the winning team. At the end of the day, Nicki's side is the winning team. She the only bitch that could rap still. She's just all of this, like you said, all of that other stuff is irrelevant. The back and forths, the personals, all of that is irrelevant. When they both get in the stew, only one bitch can rap.
Yeah, I think that's something, once again, that just is more, especially in 2025, I think we have moved away from, who's the rapper, right? Because look at Travis Scott, right? But even still, Travis Scott is not the rapper that Drake is. But Travis Scott is allowed to be Travis Scott without having to have crazy bars, right? And so that's where I always look at it as, so what she can't rap on that level? So what? Nobody says that about Travis. Oh, well, this nigga ain't giving me no bars. This nigga ain't got an 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Like, so? Like, it don't mean shit.
Tried, okay, but what? See? What does that have to know? Because I just don't think that's fair. I really just don't think that's fair. If you're saying that there's a bitch that is, you put her in speaks of the queen of rap, you gave her a Grammy, okay? Like, yeah, I'm allowed to say no, the bitch can't rap, especially after I already gave the hoe a song. I did a song with you. You over there talking about begrudgingly. The beef that stemmed from Motorsport was because Cardi was throwing shots on her fucking verse.
No, once again, that you don't have the timeline.
Okay.
Cardi said she wasn't doing the video because Nicki had the I'm the coach, you the player type shit in the verse. And Cardi said, I ain't your motherfucking son. So she told Atlantic, I'm not shooting this video if she don't change that part in the verse. Because she felt slighted. That wasn't nothing that Cardi said. She felt slighted and she said, I don't want that in there.
Oh, so even worse. So she been the problem from the jump.
That's not a problem. I think that's pretty fair if me and you aren't even on the best terms.
But now that's doublespeak, Rashad, because if you just said that it's not about the pitting against each other, everybody could have their own space, nobody get bitter, nobody feel the way. If Cardi was the one that got bitter and felt the way because Nicki had bars in the song that Nicki has all the time, we know her for sun bars. Like, what do you, like, that's her thing.
No, but we're not on the best of terms, even in that space, right? It's not like they came into motorsport best friends, right? So we're not even on best of terms. I don't even think they shot a scene together in the video. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, they weren't together.
Yeah, so we're not even on the best terms. You know that. I know that. Why would you say that? I'm the coach, you the player. I'm sunning you in this song. No.
You're not gonna tell me what to put in my bars, and I'm Nicki Minaj. Are you, bitch?
Come on, man. You know that's bullshit.
You
Wait,
illiterate.
See? This what becomes the
Thick
personal.
from the Bronx. How fucking dare you think you're gonna come in here and tell me what I can put in my bars?
Nasty. Wait, chill. What's the word, fam?
Yo, what up? Yo, it's a lot of Mexican caping going on
What?
here, bro. Like,
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold
Rashad is
on.
you are a danger to the culture and the community.
Nah, but I heard y'all talking about the writing shit, and this is always gonna be my stance. I think my issue is not so much, yo, you're not writing it. It's just like you use Travis as an example, but even him and like Kanye, right? Niggas know that they not like writing that stuff, like, or they have writers or they have help, but I feel like it's a difference where you're actually like, Kanye's producing this stuff, so is Travis, like they're composing the music. I think the issue with Shorty is that like, yo, niggas is writing the songs and the bars, so it's just like, I'm not gonna take it away from her like she's not presenting it, cause it's one thing to be able to like recite this shit and make it convincing, but I don't know. I don't look at her in that light, right? I don't even look at her in the Travis light, right? Because there's still some kind of musicality that goes behind what the nigga's doing, even if he fell off or whatever it is. And at a point, like he was, like I said, composing this shit, but I don't think she was ever doing that. So a lot of this stuff just feels like, yo, like you just a figurehead and then it's like a plug and play type of thing.
Do you make music, Wayne Chill?
Nah.
Rashad, because why can't we just call you a really good reciter?
I think that people don't understand the difficulty in even doing that, performing a song.
No, but that's what I said. I give her the credit because I don't think that it's an easy thing to be able to. It's a hard thing to fucking write a speech and deliver it
Yeah.
convincing. So I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying that.
Rashad,
And
but
artistry.
nobody's not. But right, but nobody. Here's if in battle rap, right? If you have stage presence, you have performance, you have bars, you have double entendres, you got whoop-de-woo, right? This
Whoop-de-doo.
person has that versus versus a person that just has really good stage presence and performance but lacks bars. Who would you say is the better battle rapper? The person that encompasses all of those things or somebody that has a few?
The person who has it all, obviously. But I think that
That bitch. Anyways,
artistry makes up a lot of things. Then we're gonna get to Real, and then we're gonna get to Pretty Alien. Artistry encompasses a lot of things, right? And so, I always make the say everybody can't be LeBron, the player who seemingly has everything on the court, right? You need some people who do specialty things, or maybe a few people who can't, do all. Like Russell Westbrook in his prime was never LeBron, but he's still motherfucking Russ. And so like we look at it from this place of you don't have this, and so like you ain't shit, when the truth of the matter is what Cardi does is very difficult in itself. We look at a Quentin Miller and everybody give Quentin Miller all these props for writing for Drake and sending shit. You hear this nigga rap on J Electronica shit, it's like, who is this nigga? Like, this shit is ass. So I think like just brushing it off as, well, you don't write all your songs, and so you can't be an artist. It's like, no, it takes more than just that, because somebody who can write their ass off but can't perform, you don't want to hear their shit either. Go ahead, Real.
I never said she couldn't be an artist. She just can't be in speaks with Nicki Minaj.
Go ahead, Real. What's the word, fam?
What's good, man? Shout out to you. Shout out to the host. Thanks for holding the space. I just wanted to interject really quickly, because we're talking about this whole thing. Motorsport came out about like 8 years ago, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really too, I'm familiar with it, but it's been so long. But from my understanding, Cardi wanted Nicki to change a verse because she mentioned Offset, but then she changed it to Quavo with the Vince Lombardi thing. That's like what jolted it, and then what extended it was the fans. The fans was actually going at each individual artist. Like fans of the Nicki base camp was going at Cardi, fans of Cardi was going at Nicki, and then it just evolved, and neither of them smashed it, and it just like evolved into what we have today. I just wanted to add that because I didn't hear anybody bring that up. I'm gonna drop back down and listen to shout out to y'all.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I think it wasn't towards Offset, it was towards Cardi. I think Cardi said it in the video. I gotta find that video. I seen it on the timeline. It wasn't towards him. It was him. Yeah, it was to her, and then she wanted her to change it, and
When
so
she was on Instagram selling out, talking about who got the footages.
Stop it. There's a lot of listen. You and Wayne Chill. I don't know what you and
Yo,
Wayne Chill got going on.
yo, I ain't gonna lie to you too. I
The
think that's part of the
footages.
problem too, bro. I think that she's not like, because of the way she speaks, respectfully, because like it's not believable that you writing this shit. So it's like not even that you're not writing it, it's that you're not writing it, and then you can't even like portray like you are. Like it's just like you don't
Right.
believe
Like,
it.
you
Hey,
really can't believe you could barely speak.
Can you put that Trini video in the jumbo? Fuck it. Pretty Alien, what's the word?
Island, yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing?
All good.
Okay, so I just wanted to say, yeah, the beef, so the crazy ass beef started with motorsport, which I feel like was extremely petty as a Nicki Minaj fan since middle school, and as a Cardi B fan since she was in a strip club. Like the whole beef was extremely petty. But let's call a spade a spade. Yes, Nicki could rap. Yes, Nicki writes her own stuff. Does she give off bitter from time to time? Yes, she does. She could have like really took all the rap girlies that I feel like that she's kind of intimidated by, whether they know how to rap or not. She really could have picked them underneath her wing. That's just my opinion. Like all of this beef is literally uncalled for.
That's from my point of view, I agree with you, but I don't necessarily know the ins and outs like the girls do. But
Mm-hmm.
from my point of view, it just seems like every time someone is threatening to like go through that glass ceiling of visibility and fame, then it
Mm-hmm.
gets to a point in where that's when the fans get involved. You're not this because Nicki do this, and you're not this because Nicki do that. And it
Yeah, they
seems
just start
like
comparing.
Nicki feed into it because there's a level of insecurity
Absolutely.
there with her as well, and where these women just can't exist as being whatever type of
Mm-hmm.
artist that they are, whether it's whoever, Cardi B style or Meg style. It's
Yeah.
like, no, these women should be able to just exist and be who they are without it getting to a space of, well, Nicki do this and Nicki do that. So what?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? It's like, and I love Nicki Minaj, but the more she shows her actual personality outside of her music, I'm not taking away from her craft. The more she shows off her real personality is giving like bitter. It's like Nicki Minaj doesn't even know that she's Nicki Minaj. You get what I'm saying? Like, do you even know who you are? She doesn't have to do none of this. She doesn't have to be mean to other women because they at a certain, they have certain fans and certain fans like their music better than hers. It is what it
But
is.
that hoes be throwing, man, but
Look at
that,
Kenya. Look at Kenya.
so that
I
means
get
them
it. I get
hoes
it,
get
Kenya.
to throw digs at me on the low, and every fucking feature bitches is taking slick shots at
I
me.
don't think that's right either. I
Kenya,
don't think that's right either.
every single girl has, one of these rap girls that we talking about has multiple videos that niggas bring up all the time, and where when they weren't in the industry, they absolutely love Nicki Minaj. Every one of these girls got one of them
Yep.
videos.
Mm-hmm.
What changed? And you can't say that in every instance it was them. They go from absolutely loving her and
Loving.
reciting her lyrics and rapping and saying they want to be like her. And then when they
Niggas
get in
get
the
in their
industry,
ear and be like, you could be better than her. You could
I
surpass
don't think
her.
it's
nah,
niggas. I think it's the fans and whatever we don't see. It's something that as the fans that we don't see behind closed doors.
thank you. Listen, the saying of never meet your idols, I would assume that plays a part into it because you grow up just loving this person and thinking that this person is
Somebody in here.
great.
I'm not here to defend Nicki personality because there's a lot of flaws in that. I just feel like that's outside of the real conversation. I
What is the
just
real
think
conversation?
the real conversation is about what we are, like, what we're giving accolades to, and what we're making the top, right? And we're putting her at this glass ceiling, and it's just like, I'm not dead and gone yet. So for me, the great, phenomenal artist and rapper that I am, for you to be doing that with her and trying to like snub her in my face because all of the antics with the Grammy and the certain award people and whatnot, like, you're trying to fuck with me and you're trying to use this little Hispanic girl from the Bronx to do it. And I'm just not going to let you do it. I'm not going to be fucked with from an illiterate ex-stripper. Like,
Kenya, you know what
that's
that sounds
crazy
like?
because I've done too much.
Kenya, you know what that sounds like? Insecurity. It
Oh,
sounds
please.
like, why her? Why her, not me? Why are they giving somebody else love? That's all you saying. Why are
No,
they
it's
giving
it's
somebody else
not
love?
that. Y'all, first of all, it's not even about, you have to say that it's really about antagonizing Nicki. Y'all don't even give a fuck about Rhapsody. Y'all don't even give a fuck about the bitches that can really rap.
This is very
So,
true. It is
okay
not
then.
about whether
So
she
if
can.
you
You
don't give
can't
a,
speak for me
It's
because I like all the rap girlies. I'm
it's
sorry.
not about whether she can really. Rhapsody don't make no motherfucking commercial hits. That's just fact. Rhapsody is the female big crit, and where you can rap your ass off, but nigga, you need to spice it up with a little bit of commercial, right? And so it's not that niggas don't give a fuck. She just don't do what appeals to the masses. I think that when what Cardi does, she appeals to the masses, and her light shining isn't antagonizing you. Am I supposed to like just be less than? Am I supposed to be ass to make you feel better? Because that's what it sounds
no,
like when
you
people
just,
speak. I'm just supposed
no,
to be
you just
trash.
supposed to, be humble and kiss the ring.
Let
No,
me
you
ask you a question.
don't.
Yeah, you
No,
do. Cause
you
I'm that
don't.
bitch. Who
Absolutely not.
who do they put? Okay, cause who are the top rappers that are alive right now? Who y'all be putting up there? Who? Jay-Z. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay-Z, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. Right. Fair
Yeah.
to say. Okay. Who have any of those men been put in, outside of Drake and Kendrick obviously, but have any, like, has Jay-Z had to go through an era where he had to, like, after he had already been established and became Jay-Z, where he had to now fight to basically still be respected as Jay-Z? Has that ever happened for him?
No, but you also know what else? There isn't an obligation to male artists to kiss the ring. Like I said, a nigga.
Oh, that's super cat, bro.
That's not
No, it's
true.
Come
not.
That's
It's
on.
not.
that's not
With
true.
Hov?
No,
Come on, bro.
there. You ever heard Rich Homie Quan kiss the ring of
You
Jay
ever heard
Z?
You just brought up Rich Homie
a
Quan,
nigga
please.
bad mouth him and they still here today or they still like, come on, bro.
No.
I ain't
But
doing
see,
that.
that's the thing that I'm saying. I'm saying that a male artist can just exist. I don't have to big you up. I don't have to say you the best artist in the world. I can just exist, and there can be a level of respect. But I don't have to kiss the fucking ring. We don't
I
expect
don't
that
think
from
it's,
men.
I don't think it's a kiss the ring thing. I think it's to Kenya's point. I think it's like a revisionist history kind of thing, right? Like them beefing with her and then trying to like erase everything by pushing somebody else to the forefront and like putting all these accolades on them. And she really don't, I'm not gonna say she don't deserve it. It just looked crazy, bro. I'm
It
not gonna lie.
looks crazy. That's why I'm like, Rashad, you not acknowledging what happened in 2018 is a large part of the problem, because it was not, or it wasn't organic. The things that were being done to say, oh, this is just Cardi and her greatness and her amazingness that led to these specific things happening.
Kenya,
Cardi,
what I'm saying is
I
that's
really
how history
enjoyed the
works.
mixtape, and I did enjoy Invasion of Privacy. I knew that Cardi was not, or I never revered her as no rapper for real. I just thought it was like fun, catchy music, right? But I didn't look at her in that lens. When she got that Grammy, I knew that there was nefarious activity afoot, and that this is not organic, and that there are people trying to fuck with Nicki.
No,
I can
but
agree to that. I can agree to that.
that, but I can't because Macklemore won a Grammy over Kendrick. So it's not a situation.
As a
Not the
fan,
same
as a
though.
fan of both,
Let me
Nicki
ask you
was
a question
Hold on,
real
blackballed
wait,
from
wait,
a
wait. What you say,
Grammy.
pretty alien?
As a fan of both, Nicki was blackballed from a
Cause she
Grammy.
pissed
She
them folks
was.
off.
I mean, but at the same time, let's call
But
a spade a
Rashad,
spade.
you
She
love
deserves a
talking about
Grammy.
culture, and blackness and blackness. And oh
Here.
shit.
This nigga check. Hold on,
Oh
check.
my god, no.
This nigga crazy. Go ahead, Kenya.
I'm scared. Okay.
What's up, Sister King? How you
Hey
doing?
Jack. Okay. For all intents and purposes, now check, just let me get this off. I know what you're gonna say, but just let me get this off, okay?
Cause she
Yes.
trying to question my
It's
blackness, check, and I don't
as
like it.
far as yes, because it's very disgusting for you to even, let's just put the FBA stuff aside, right? And let's just say for the pretenses of the conversation of these two women, we're gonna call one black and one not, or we're gonna call one
Look at God. Look at
phone call. We're gonna
God.
call one actually of African descent, and one not, right? So for you to let the Mexican with very vicious anti-black rhetoric and that has already had a history, okay, of saying disgusting things about black women, for you for you to be okay with the uppers in the industry deciding to give her those accolades before they gave that melanated lady her accolades, and she's had a better and longer discography and repertoire in the industry, and you don't think that that's like fuck shit?
Hey, listen, we got you in 4K. You see how women do? You can't just have a conversation about balls and strikes. Can't just talk about what actually going on. They gotta bring this emotional feelings, mumbo jumbo, blackness. What the hell are you talking about? We are talking about music, Kenya. What is you saying? This don't make no damn
Exactly. We're talking about, right. We're talking about the music industry. And if we're talking about black women in hip hop and the artist so who else? Okay. Okay. But
Nicki pissed them people off, and so the Grammys, just like in every other aspect of blackness, when they drop their nuts on you if you don't toe the line. That's what I think happened. And do I think that it's right? Of course not. Because once again, I am black, and I do see how that can be fucked
you
up.
think it's okay for a girl that can barely speak English well and needs to go back to grade school Esau? You think it's okay for her to win a Grammy for a hip hop album over me?
Jay-Z didn't finish high school. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So like,